division and reigning unified cruiserweight champion, Gilberto Ramirez, the first Mexican fighter to ever hold a title at 168 and 200 pounds. He crashed into boxing's elite back in 2016, sparring with Benavidez en route to dethroning Arthur Abraham to begin a dominant super middleweight reign. In March of 2024, he outpointed the previously unbeaten Arsen Goulamirian to win a cruiserweight belt. He doubled down by dethroning Chris Smith for another belt at 200 pounds. It's his 5th appearance in Las Vegas, where he is 4-0 with 1 KO. He is 4-0 since moving up to cruiserweight and is on a 4-fight winning streak. And guys, this is the first time that the cruiserweight division has ever topped a major pay-per-view in the United States.
Cool, calm, and collected for Zurdo Ramirez. This is a fighter that doesn't rush, does not panic. He breaks you down round by round, and that's what we want to see tonight.
And you can make the argument that the best work of his career has been done in this division, cruiserweight. That's why he's headlining this Cinco de Mayo crowd, this card, with such a big crowd on such a big night.
All right, the chase for history is upon us. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the PBC Pay-Per-View on Prime featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Samson Boxing and Golden Boy Promotions. Sponsored by Linear Organic Protein Bar. Knock out your hunger with 20 grams of organic protein that tastes like a decadent treat. And by DraftKings Sportsbook. Ahora en Español, the crown is yours. And by MK2. Choose your fighter, only one can win. Mortal Kombat 2, only in theaters May 8th. This unification world title attraction is sanctioned by the WBA, the president Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, and the WBO, the president Gustavo Olivieri, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the chairman Dallas Hahn, executive director is Jeff Mullen. Introducing our 3 judges from ringside, we have Tim Cheatham, David Sutherland, and Steve Weisfeld. And our 3rd man to the ring, our referee in charge, will be giving instructions after the introductions, Thomas Taylor. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing for the main event of the evening for the unified WBO and WBA Cruiserweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's prime time! And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Entering the ring wearing the colors of the Mexican flag, white trunks with red and green trim, fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona. He weighed in at 196.8 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 31 wins, no losses, 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the popular 2-division world champion and the sensational star of boxing, tonight seeking his 3rd world title in the 3rd weight division. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former 2-time WBC super middleweight world champion and the current hard-hitting, undefeated, reigning unified WBC and WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. His opponent across the ring, the defending world champion in the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim, hailing from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. He weighed in at an even 200 pounds. His record, 48 wins, only 1 defeat, with 30 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the accomplished 2-division world champion and the renowned star of boxing, recognized as the first Mexican ever to win the super middleweight and cruiserweight world titles. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO super middleweight world champion and the current reigning and defending unified WBA and WBO cruiserweight champion of the world, introducing Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Once again, the referee in charge, Thomas Taylor, now to give instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, both trunks are a little high, so we're going middle of black letters here. We're going to the bottom half of the green letters on this side. You both got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Ramirez, the third former 168-pound champion to win a widely recognized cruiserweight title, joining James Toney and Battle Jack. Benavidez looking to become the, well, first 3-division champion, 168, 175, 200. History hangs in the balance. This is the first championship clash between fighters of Mexican descent above 168 pounds. Round number 1. And this is the second southpaw that Benavidez is facing in his last 3 fights, beating David Morrell. He's third in his last 5. He beat Demetrius Andrade. And those guys were smaller than Ramirez. And when Ramirez has the height and the reach advantage, he can exploit it to the fullest.
Indeed. And Benavidez looks the part in this first fight at cruiserweight. We need to find out early, are his chin and power cruiserweight worthy against such a durable opponent?
And fans are hoping that Benavidez versus Ramirez joins the likes of Evander Holyfield, Dwight Muhammad, Kawi, James Toney, Vasily Jirov, Alexander Usyk, Miris Bradis. I mean, there have been so many cruiserweight classics, and this one has all the hallmarks of another. And by the way, of all the 175-pound champions to win a cruiserweight title, Zurdo is the only one to win it in his first fight at the weight. And he weighed only 178 3/4 pounds when he beat Jacobe Fragomeni.
And this is the rhythm, the pace that you want to keep it if you're Zurdo Ramirez. And though right there, Benavidez landed the right hand, well timed.
Benavidez came in well under 200 pounds, Brian.
He did, retaining that quickness. See if he can exploit that in this matchup. He mentioned...
sharp jabs by Benavidez.
He always mentioned the speed difference he thought would be a major advantage against Zurdo.
Yeah, speed is power. Right now, Benavidez showing that quick jab.
Oh, he's showing the speed advantage, landing the jabs effectively. Ramirez, very good at turning opponents, very good at using footwork, wants to establish the jab, unable to do so in the early stages of the round.
In the center of the ring, Ramirez, bigger guy, yes, but the speed, the power.
Solid right hand, backs Ramirez off by Benavidez.
That's the first test here, whether Benavidez can bring this power up to cruiserweight.
But so far, every punch that Benavidez has thrown has landed.
Ramirez has been down once in his career against Samuel Miller back in 2011. Ramirez rallied to stop Miller in round 4. He has not been knocked down in nearly 15 years.
2011, a lifetime ago, in terms of the career of Gilberto Ramirez.
And Benavidez has been down twice in his career, undefeated, however, and lands a straight right hand, another right hand followed by the left. Ramirez going to the body, which would be moving. Oh, but look at the hand speed of David Benavidez. Like the fast forward button was stuck.
standing too straight for the straight right hand. You understand? Cuidado. Be ready. As soon as you're done punching, you reset. Listo, listo, listo. Okay?
Defense on a return, Zurdo.
You understand? We gotta mitigate damage right now. We cannot take shots, okay? Use your feet, use your feet. You don't gotta stand there for that.
And speed on display. David Benavidez, that was like a 10-punch combination in 3 seconds, guys.
Reminiscent of the Porky Medina fight and the conclusion of that fight.
One of the craziest knockouts we have ever seen in the modern era.
Julian Chua is the corner man for Ramirez. Looking for him to reset.
Former heavyweight contender Malik Scott also in that corner.
In round 1, according to CompuBox, Benavidez was 17 of 44, Ramirez 10 of 56, but Ramirez had the edge in body shots 5-2.
Yeah, and if you're Ramirez, you want to start taking control. And how do you do it with the jab? You got to start pushing with the jab. You're overthinking that jab. And I can see why he's overthinking that jab, because the speed's right there from Benavidez. He's countering really fast. There it is, the jab upstairs, downstairs. Get that rhythm going if you're Ramirez.
And for as much as Benavidez gave Zurdo respect for being a great body puncher, he questioned whether Ramirez could take it in return downstairs. I mean, nobody likes a body punch. Right, Abner? Let's be honest.
Nobody does, but Ramirez is really good at with those body shots. There it is.
There's a body shot by Benavidez. He's also very good at body shots.
That was a dangerous punch thrown by Ramirez, but more dangerous from Benavidez to counter.
Body shot again by Benavidez. And a straight right hand down the middle by Benavidez. Left hook by Benavidez.
Right hand briefly wobbled Zurdo.
And Ramirez with the 1-2 through the guard. The southpaw right uppercut on the inside by Ramirez. Ramirez now throws the jab. Benavidez rips a body shot with the right hand, followed by the left. Just over a minute left here in the second round. Ramirez backing Benavidez up to the ropes.
Good body shot there from Zurdo. It's what he needs to establish.
You're a bigger guy, get on him. Put your body on him, your weight on Benavidez.
Nice left hook by Benavidez on the inside. Jab from Ramirez.
Oh, you got to start tiring him out.
Benavidez just missed with the right hand. Another solid jab by Benavidez, but Ramirez putting the pressure on. But a left hook, compact left hook upstairs by Benavidez.
This is where all those years as a teenager sparring against world champions and former world champions has Benavidez so comfortable in the pocket. He's still responsible defensively, but he can rip and slip against anyone,
including against Ramirez. Oh, and that caught Ramirez upstairs with the left hook. Ramirez going to the bottom with a body shot. Things heating up quickly here in round 2. And again, the hand speed of Benavidez, but Ramirez standing his ground after getting tagged.
Breathe. You're doing everything right. Just get low, okay? Breathe. Good defense. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Relax. Good jab. Like you're breaking up to the body. It's a left hook from Benavidez to the body and then upstairs, doubling up. Fast jab.
According to CompuBox, in round 2, Benavidez 25 of 58, Ramirez 15 of 78, and it was Benavidez with a 10-6 advantage when it comes to body shots. Round number 3.
Benavidez has already established through 2 rounds that he can hurt Zurdo, that his punches matter. That's only going to give him more confidence to pick him apart.
And I think coming in a little lighter than 200 pounds is also going to benefit him.
Yeah, and that's something he said at the fighter meeting, that he was not going to gain a lot of weight because speed is everything for him.
And we've seen that speed on display already Ramirez missed with the left, but looking to establish the jab, and that's going to be a big weapon for Ramirez if he's going to successfully defend this unified title.
One thing Benavidez said about fighting at cruiserweight was not having to cut the weight. He expects to have a much deeper gas tank to deal with than he's even used to. And he's wondering if that can lead to a knockout, just being able to overwhelm and outwork Zurdo.
And Benavidez high guard picking off a lot of those punches from Ramirez. And he just connected with the left hook right hand by Benavidez. And again, just sitting down on these punches and rocking Ramirez.
Straight punches getting there quicker than the opening punches, looping punches from Ramirez.
Wow. Total power punches through 3 rounds. Huge edge for the challenger Benavidez.
Benavidez is fighting at the real estate that Zurdo prefers, yet he's getting the better of these exchanges.
Yeah, one would think that Benavidez would, use that reach.
Wow. Blistering hand speed with the left by Benavidez. And he's blocking these shots with the high guard from Ramirez. Ramirez trying to get on the inside, going to the body, and there he lands a good punch. But it's Benavidez with the left hook, counter left from Ramirez. Each of them scoring with shots here with a minute left in the third.
Business starting to pick up here, tasting each other's power. Good action in close.
Yeah, really good high guard from Benavidez, catching and shooting in between those punches from Ramirez.
Ramirez goes to the body with the left, staying busy with the jab, turning. Benavidez goes to the body with the right. Ramirez looking to land an uppercut on the inside. There's a left hook upstairs for Benavidez. And Benavidez again, lightning strike. That hand speed is something else.
And so is the fact that he fights mean. There's that mean streak of
It's at
Benavidez.
200 pounds. So he brings the speed. Here comes Ramirez. Right hand counter from Benavidez. Left hook lands for Benavidez. The speed of Benavidez is something to behold. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, here with Iron Mike Tyson. Mike, what was it like to walk into the ring and walk in David Benavidez?
Hey, I was excited. I felt like a little boy. I had a good time.
168, 175, and now 200. Be the only man to ever do that. You're a boxing historian. What would that mean?
Hey, listen, immortality, man. I believe he can do it, but I think he should stop letting this guy hit him. This guy's punching on him. He don't slug with the guy. He's using jab and box him.
Was that the strategy you gave him before the fight?
Well, I didn't know. I never knew this guy. I never knew how he fought before. But that's what I would have told him. Yes.
Mike, it's always great to see you.
You too.
Great to have you here, my friend. All right, Morrow, back to you.
All right, Iron Mike Tyson escorted David Benavidez to the ring. He christened him the Mexican Monster. Can Benavidez retain that monster status at 200 pounds? Off to a great start. Round number 4.
See swelling already beginning around the eyes of Zurdo Ramirez.
We know that Benavidez has the speed advantage, and thus far in the fight, he's had more pop on his punches.
He really has, and you see the confidence standing right in front of Ramirez, believes in his defense, parrying a lot of these shots that are coming in.
Yeah, just by standing in front of Ramirez, you're already taking everything away from Ramirez, because I think that Ramirez didn't believe that Benavidez was going to stay there.
Well, that was my biggest question coming in. Would Benavidez have to become the boxer? He's been able to carry his fight style along with his power and chin up to this division.
The 27 power punches landed in round 3 by Benavidez, the most by any Zurdo opponent in 20 fights tracked by CompuBox.
Benavidez is seeing everything. Look, he's right in front of him. He's trying to time him. He catches everything that Zurdo's throwing. All-on punches, and right in between those punches is where the speed comes from Benavidez.
The 200 rounds of sparring between them doesn't lie. They both learned a lot about each other. You can see Benavidez learned enough to know that he can walk down the bigger fighter.
Benavidez first to punch. Ramirez leaning in. Nice left hand by Benavidez that scored a sniper-like shot. There's a left hook and the left hand from Ramirez. Benavidez backing up. High guard blocking the majority of these punches from Ramirez. Left hook to the body by Benavidez. Nice jab through the guard for Ramirez. Under a minute left in the fourth.
Even if these shots aren't landing full and flush, these are good sequences for Zurdo.
That's having a much better round here in round number 4. Nice. Another left hand from Benavidez. Left hook, downstairs, upstairs. Solid right hand, goes to the body. Ramirez getting tagged. Ramirez fighting back. Ramirez gets tagged with another right hand. Backs up, feeling the power of David Benavidez.
This is Monstro's world. This is where he...
Another solid right hand. Ramirez in trouble on the ropes, trying to shell up Benavidez. Left uppercut, left hand. Benavidez on the cusp of making history, but Ramirez is not going down without a fight. Mamma mia! Ramirez is down. Ramirez is down. The second knockdown of his career. It's in round 4. David Benavidez answering every single question. What a performance. So does his power and his speed carry up to 200 pounds?
Absolutely sublime. Pound for pound, indeed.
Give me a deep breath. Listen. You have to stop fighting his fight. Forget the crowd, all right? We need to get back on the jab. You cannot be taking these kind of shots. You understand? Get back to your jab. Let's use our skills. You're getting drawn into this crowd. You understand? You're getting drawn into this machismo fight. We don't need this. We need to get to the later rounds. Okay?
Speed is power, guys. And it was just a barrage of punches.
Stop fighting his kind of
Bloodied
fight.
the nose of Ramirez.
That seemed like it broke his nose, yeah.
The legend of David Benavidez growing here on his first Cinco de Mayo weekend pay-per-view headliner. And we are into round number 5. Referee calls for a timeout. We'll hear from the doctor. That was a quick visit.
See the mouthpiece. Let me see it.
Ramirez goes down in round 4. Second time of his career, Benavidez on the cusp of making history. Jab solid.
Benavidez is such a throwback fighter.
63% connect rate on power punches. You talk about a bravura performance thus far by Benavidez.
Absolutely sublime. His ability to land clean shots, cover up.
And here comes Ramirez. Trying to find a way in the inside. But look at the half speed again. Benavidez is something special. Double left hook. Left uppercut. Right uppercut. Benavidez. But here comes Ramirez. You have to admire the heart of Ramirez.
Oh, you'd have to. Even the corner told him box, but he's not. He wants to go
He's
in there. Yeah.
He's fighting Benavidez's fight.
Mano y mano. He's trying to act like the bigger man, but Benavidez has been landing the bigger shots, the quicker shots, the cleaner shots throughout.
The upper body movement, the defense is unbelievable for a guy David Benavidez's size and the way he fights.
He's already one of the pound-for-pound best, but a performance like this in a third weight class really has to start questioning where does the ranking belong.
Those were some really good body shots there from Ramirez. He's starting
Body shot by
a lot more
Benavidez.
Ramirez.
Right uppercut by Benavidez. Chopping right hand. And Ramirez goes upstairs, but then gets tagged, and the marks on his face already beginning to show.
Gotta respect Ramirez's true instinct here to fight out of trouble.
And despite going down in the last round, Ramirez standing right in front of Benavidez on the hunt. A minute left in the fifth. Ramirez with the uppercut on the inside.
See if Ramirez got Benavidez's attention. Taking a breather there.
These are big shots. He's slipping through the guard.
This is a way better round for Ramirez.
Best round of the fight for the defending unified cruiserweight champion. The jab lands for Benavidez. Another jab, but Ramirez comes back with a couple of rights. Sweeping right hand, another right hand by Benavidez. Goes to the body. There's the jab combination from Ramirez.
Accurate power shots here from Zurdo.
Listen for the bell, gentlemen.
We are through 5 rounds. T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Listen. Mouthpiece. Give me a deep breath. Give me a deep breath. Slow it all down. Listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, look. It's good when you're using your boxing skills. You understand? When after he gets, be careful of overthrowing and not leaving enough energy for defense. You understand? Right? Don't get drawn in. He's already getting a little bit tired. Okay? I need you to be very, very focused. Not spending too much gas where you don't leave energy for defense.
Here's the monster going to the body and finishing out top. Boom, body shot. Slip. Coming back with the right hand hook. Just great work from Benavidez.
Dmitry Bivol landed 131 total punches in Zurdo's only loss, and that was over 12 rounds. Guess what? Benavidez passed that in 5.
Wow. By the way, the good news for Zurdo Ramirez is he just had his best round of the fight. The bad news is the swelling around his right eye is not looking good.
Jab to the body by Benavidez. Single shot. There's another jab that lands.
You got to start landing that jab if you're Ramirez. Stop that rhythm, that momentum that Benavidez has. No, it's easier said than done because the counter punching is right there for David Benavidez.
Benavidez, a highly effective counter puncher. Moving forward.
Incredible. To be that much in the pocket and not be there to be hit is just incredible. His defense, his willingness, his IQ.
And Ramirez is throwing punches. A lot of them are being picked off by the guard of Benavidez. And number 1 criteria, clean, effective punching. Right uppercut on the inside body, shot by Ramirez. Benavidez rips a left hook to the body. Another one upstairs. Another left hand by Benavidez.
And you wouldn't teach fighters to do what Benavidez does, to square up in front of your opponent, but he's not a regular fighter.
Left uppercut on the outside, another left hook. Lands, but Ramirez comes forward, lands a right hook, but he gets hit with a counter right from Benavidez. And Ramirez content to stand in front of the challenger. Right hook lands for Ramirez upstairs. Benavidez on the ropes. Right hand lands for the challenger. And the body work continues to be effective for Benavidez. Right uppercut scores for the challenger, as does that left hook upstairs.
Yeah, Benavidez, Ramirez taking a lot of shots, clean shots from David.
And the eye is beginning to show the effects of those shots. That right eye, as Brian mentioned, swelling. But Ramirez remains game, wanting to defend his turf.
That right eye is on the verge of being closed, and you wonder how much leeway the ringside doctor is going to give Ramirez.
But he's putting the pressure on Benavidez now. Body shot though by Benavidez, and the hands being on display. Rattling Ramirez again.
say the new face of Cinco de Mayo, but why stop there with a pound-for-pound level performance like what David Benavidez just delivered? You are looking at one of the greats of modern-day boxing and somebody who is authoring a unique legacy on his own terms.
So the odds makers knew what they were talking about after all, Abner. A big favorite, and the monster lives up to the billing. And for Gilberto Ramirez, now suffering from that right eye injury, losing his titles as he gets stopped by David Benavidez.
He went out on a shield.
And he gets stopped for the first time in his career.
Known for a rock-solid chin, but was systematically taken apart by a faster, stronger even, and certainly much more accurate puncher.
A celebration sportsmanship from David Benavidez. And let's now take a look at how the monster David Benavidez made boxing history.
The monster is real. The punches are real. And Zurdo Ramirez took a knee because that eye was completely shut already. Definitely in pain. Beautiful left straight from Benavidez. And there it is. He's just taking a knee. The eye's completely shut. He's suffering in pain. Dropped the mouthpiece. And he said no more.
No mas.
When Benavidez commits to those 7-8 punch combinations,
I'm not sure there's a fighter above 168 who can handle that speed. This guy can do it all, man. He can beat anyone.
David Benavidez joins Zurdo as the second fighter to win a cruiserweight title in his first fight at the weight. What a way to culminate a tremendous Cinco de Mayo weekend pay-per-view. And David Benavidez headlining his first Cinco de Mayo weekend event has just proven that he is one of the best, period, full stop, in any weight class.
that's what it is. His resume speaks for itself.
And he chased greatness.
And he said, I don't need the Canelo fight to define me. He went out on his own, opponent by opponent, division by division, to prove what? How great David Benavidez truly is.
Let's make it official. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.